Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. Please do not mind my red chest. I went tanning the other day and I didn't think that I needed to put sunscreen on for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking, but I basically just baked my chest and my legs and my arms, and my face is okay because I put sunscreen on my face. But guys, yeah, it's getting better, so just pretend that's not there. We're just gonna pretend like my chest isn't red, okay? So today we're gonna be doing a beautiful summer look. If you know me or know anything about me, then you know that I 100% love colorful looks. There's just something about bold, beautiful, bright colors. But all right, guys, without further ado, let's get into this look. First things first, we're going to start with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and we're going to prime our lids. I use the applicator that comes with the concealer, and then I go in with my beauty blender and dab it out. What this does is it helps brighten up your eyelid. That way your eyeshadow pops more, and it also helps your eyeshadow last longer. The shade that I'm using is Light Medium Honey, by the way. I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite palettes, which is the Colored Raine Vivid Pigments and Shadows. This palette is so beautiful. The pigmentation of the eyeshadows is unreal, guys. I'm not even joking. Using my Morphe E24 brush, I'm going to apply sauce onto my crease. And what I'm doing is packing it on my crease, and then I'm gonna blend it out a little bit. I'm also keeping in mind that I am going to cut the crease, so you want to put the color high enough to when you cut the crease, the color still shows. Now I'm gonna use my Morphe M14 brush to blend out sauce, so that way when I add the other colors on top of it, there's not a harsh line. So yeah, when I was blending it, I noticed that it was sort of losing its intensity. So I did go back in with more of sauce and use the same blending brush to make it more intense, because that's going to be the first color that shows when you cut your crease. So you kind of want that color to be bold and intense. Now I'm going to go in with a small blending brush. Not sure what the name of this brush is because it came in my BoxyCharm a while ago, but you can use any brush similar to it. And I'm going to be packing on crushing right on top of sauce. So I'm just going to put it on the edge, sort of pack it and blend it at the same time. And once I'm done doing that, I dust off my brush and I go in with Lemon Drop and do the same thing, just on top of crushing. I'm just going on the edge and I'm packing and blending right along that edge. And sauce was acting real saucy, y'all. I had to keep going back in and reapplying that color because, like I said, we want that color to be bold and intense, since it's going to be the first color that shows once you cut your crease. And then I swiftly add on a little bit more of crushing in between Lemon Drop and sauce to make everything look nice and blended. Now it's time to cut the crease. Using that same Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and my Wet n Wild brush, I'm going to apply it on my lid, and then I'm going to quickly look up. And when I do that, it creates a guiding point for the cut crease, and then we just kind of want to connect the inner corner to that guide point and make it as round as possible. I like to use stamping motions to cut the crease. It just kind of helps me create the circular shape that I want to achieve. I just stamp it on there and then I drag it down. And because we have sauce on the lid, it sort of made the concealer turn pink. So we want to go back in with more concealer and make that crease a little brighter. So that way when we apply the other colors, the colors actually look bright and they're not faded with the pink. And now I'm gonna add lemon drop onto the inner corner using that same small blending brush that I used earlier. So yeah, we're just gonna pack it and blend it up. We wanna stay near the inner corner of the eye. And then we go in with crushing in the middle using my Sigma E30 pencil brush. And then we pack a little bit more of the yellow and then blend it up towards crushing, so that way there's a nice smooth transition between the two shades. And now we go into sauce and add it to the outer corner with the same brush that we used to blend it out earlier, which is the Morphe M514. And I pretty much pack it on there and then blend it towards the orange, because again, you want to have a nice smooth transition between the colors. You don't want it to look harsh, because if there's one rule in makeup, it's probably to blend and no harsh lines. All right, so always remember to blend, but don't blend in, okay? All right, and then we're gonna go in with lemon drop one more time and buff it out at the top. And then I take a small pointy brush and apply sauce right on top of the cut crease to outline that cut crease and make it look a little bit more intense. And finally, we want to go in with a clean brush and buff out those edges to add that beautiful blended finish. And now it's time to serve face, but first we must prep it. I'm going in using my Aveeno Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer. It does have a SPF of 15, which is great for being out in the sun. I like to rub it in real good until I feel like it's all the way on there. And then I fan my face with my hands to get that moisturizer nice and dry before going in with my No Problem by Touch and Sew. I received this primer in the mail in my BoxyCharm a while ago, and I've been in love with it ever since. I love that song. All right, getting back to the face, we're gonna let that primer get nice and tacky, so you can fan your face. That kind of helps speed up the process. And can y'all see how moisturized and shiny my face looks? OMG, I am here for it. And now I'm gonna go in with my favorite foundation, which is the CC Cream by It Cosmetics. This foundation has a SPF of 50 plus, so it definitely protects your skin in the sun, which I think it's great for the summertime. And I'm gonna go in with a flat foundation brush and disperse the foundation before going in with my beauty blender. I did mention in my previous video how I love this method because it cuts my blending time in half, and honestly, blending can take a long time sometimes, so I just find it really convenient to do it this way. And as I'm blending my foundation, I also go in under the eyeshadow and create a nice sharp line. That way my shadow looks a lot cleaner and a lot neater. And now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and add it under my eyes, on my nose, a little on my forehead, and then on my chin. I love adding concealer to my under eye because it just helps me appear more awake, if you know what I mean. Also, if you have eye bags, dark circles, or any kind of blemishes, concealer just really helps hide that. And I sort of blended my eyebrows by accident, but don't worry, I'm gonna go back in and fix that. Now I'm gonna go in with my Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder to set my concealer. I do like to apply a good amount of powder under my eye because when I go in and add shadow to my lower lid, there tends to be fallout. So that way I can just dust it off and avoid ruining my foundation. Now we're going to go into the lower lid and apply the same colors that we used on the upper lid in the same order. We want to blend the outer corner from the lower lid to the outer corner from the top lid because that's going to pull the eyeshadow together. And any fallout that we may have from the eyeshadow, we can easily dust it off because we applied enough setting powder under the eyes, so that way the fallout didn't stick to our foundation and we didn't have to wipe it off and start over. Now we're gonna go in and add a little bit of definition to the face to avoid looking so ghostly. I'm using my Hoola bronzer in the shade IDK because I threw it away as soon as I bought it. It came in the packaging. It doesn't say it on the bronzer itself, so I'm sorry guys, but normally you want to go 2 shades darker than your foundation. This is what I use to contour, so I added to my jawline, my forehead, and of course we want to get that nose nice and chiseled. This is how you get a nose job without having to pay thousands or go under the knife. And then I like to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And the shade just says bronzer on it, so it doesn't necessarily give a specific name for it. But I just go in and blend out the Hoola bronzer because it's a little bit dark. And then we're going to carve it out with the same Becca powder that we used earlier. Under the cheekbone. And then I like to also add a little bit more on my chin and next to my lips because I have smiling lines and I tend to crease there. And before I apply my falsies, I like to go in with my NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black and just draw a very thin and short line in my inner corner. This is going to help my lash line and the band from the lashes from the falsies blend together, and you're not going to have that apparent band sticking out of your inner corner. And now we're just going to curl the lashes and add some mascara. I'm using my mascara. This is the Big Eagle from IT Cosmetics. I went ahead and popped my lashes on off camera. Now we're going to go ahead and dust off that excess powder that we applied earlier. I'm going to go in with my NYX Jumbo White Liner and apply it on my lower waterline. This is going to give us that big, beautiful doll eye effect. And now I'm going to go back in with my mascara and touch up on my lower lashes because that white liner tends to get on them sometimes. I'm also going to blend my lashes and the falsies together. Now for the lips, I'm going to use my Life Glam Lippy in Lavish, and then I'm going to go in with the NYX liner in the shade Nutmeg and create an ombre effect. And then I'm going to go in with my Rimmel London Stay Glossy Gloss and add some of that onto the lips. For this look, I didn't want my lips to be super glossy, so I did dab my lips onto a napkin to help it mattify a little bit. And now we're going to go in with Cookie and add a nice glow touch to the high points of our face. Now I'm going to add a little bit of more color to the face using my NARS blush in the shade Unlawful and a big fluffy blush brush. And I'm going to use that to blend the highlight with the bronzer. And now I'm going to seal everything together with my Morphe setting mist. And I love this setting spray, y'all. If you don't have this, you have to get it. I mean, it just leaves your skin looking so nice and dewy, but not oily. And then I just fan it out, and voila, we're done. I had so much fun creating this look for you guys. If you like it or love it, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Also, be sure to comment down below and let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of look you guys want me to do next. And if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to do so. It would truly mean the world to me. All right, beauties, I love y'all, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.